Good afternoon. My name is Lakshmi Narayanan. I am from Coimbatore. I am a graduate mechanical engineer passed out in the year 1985, and we have been an entrepreneur ever since we graduated. I've been working along with my classmate and good friend all along, and right now we are working for a Dutch company manufacturing a particular range of products for boating industry. We specifically make windows and doors for pleasure boating industry. And this entrepreneurship journey started way back in 1986 when we as friends decided to do something on our own, more so to be independent and to excel in a particular field of interest. Yeah, the initial investment for the business came from parents, and from the non money was coming in from business, but we were very clear that we had to sacrifice on many of our immediate needs, like buying an expensive car or a house, or having a flashy lifestyle. We focused on putting the money back into business and growing from there, because the source from home or other resources was very minimal. So that is where we think we built our capital, which is being deployed as of now. So there were no specific persons who inspired me or my activity, but basically I was drawing strength from my own self that it is probably an one-way track. Once you get into entrepreneurship, there's no way you can go back. You go back to employment, it's very difficult. So we had to keep moving on and on. So the only thing I would say is we were ready to change, accept new ideas, learn new skills, new areas of operation, and move on. So the family and friends have been supportive all along, and they continue to do so. And it has been a great inspiration from many of the local fraternity, entrepreneur fraternity in Coimbatore, who have been a guiding and motivating force for being and remaining motivated. We have been trying to experiment in various areas of business before the final line of activity is settled in. It was almost 7-8 years by the time we settled into one particular line, which has eventually become our area of activity. So we have dabbled with many areas, and that would be my advice to younger generation. Don't fixate your ideas, be ready to change and look at alternatives and options, and try to keep changing and move on. The expectations from business when we started was nothing great. We never knew the risk versus return equation. So basically the age was at our side, and risk was never even a factor which was considered into any of our planning. The only thing was to do something unique and excel in whatever we do. As regards the discouragement or the lows of business, yes, there are many times, but I think one needs to draw from strength from ourselves and look forward and possibly have a clear idea of the larger picture, what you're trying to do, and move on. Because if you get focused and bogged down with the problem, what is at hand, I think we miss out the larger picture. So the larger picture needs to remain on focus always, so that the inspiration and drive comes from there. There are no unique marketing strategy that has been adopted, but for remaining customer centric and customer focused. And the only thing we focused on was making a product or a service that was acceptable to the customer. Finances, yes, has been a problem all along, that we were not fully loaded with money to start our business. But the very drive of being in business or need to be in business ensured that money did come. And the only thing we focused on was making a product or a service that was acceptable to the customer. And we have grown with customers all along. And there was never a fall in quality or a shortfall in our efforts to deliver the promised quality to the customers. I think that has been the strength in being in this industry for so long, almost 30 years. Plans of expanding business as of now, we are taking it as it comes and trying to expand our business in a very limited way. in the sense that we are not sure of our younger generation coming and joining us in business, because the thought process seems to be very different from what it was and when we started. So the future plans are work as long as your health and physics permits to, and maybe take it as it comes. There is no clear plan. There has been never really a passion that was pursued all along, but basically the general interest in things around, I think that has been keeping us going forward. So if you look back, I think many of the passions, what somebody would like to do, was not pursued, but today I think we have to make an effort to try and follow those passionate routes and try to do something. Yes, passion was something we missed out, in my opinion, at least in my case. So to conclude my experiences, the learnings, if I were to reflect on what has happened for me in the last 30 odd years, would be that one needs to be focused ferociously and be aware of the larger picture always. And second would be persevere in whatever you do, and be clear on what you want and work towards it. And thirdly, it could be rising above trivia. There could be a lot of trivial issues that will be coming in between your final goal, and you need to be very clear as to what you should take it seriously and what you should ignore. And the last but not the least, one should have a very broad-minded opinion about things around you, because there could be many adverse things that could be happening around you when you are in the entrepreneurial path, and you need to be in a position to accept it or reject it at that point and move on. So thank you for the opportunity, and my best wishes to you all. Thank you very much.